Welcome to Calculated, a series where I share the best lucky, unlucky, and 200 IQ Rocket League plays submitted by you, the viewer. It's been 9 episodes and over 1.5 million views, so for Volume 10, I wanted to celebrate. Now, as usual, we're still going to be looking at some of the luckiest and craziest clips I've received over the last couple months, but then to finish off the video, we're going to showcase a special entry from each episode in a Calculated Classic Top 10. Then I'll be asking you to vote for your favorite, and I'll be awarding the winner a $100 prize. But before we get into another collection of crazy Rocket League plays, I have a question for you. Why are you still using the same browser your grandma does? Opera GX is the world's first browser made for you, the gamer. Yes, it's built for performance, not just scrolling through Facebook. Opera comes with a system that allows you to manage your browser's impact on your gaming. Think of it as parental controls for your browser's resource privileges. And you're the parent. You decide how much RAM, CPU, or bandwidth your browser is allowed to have. Something slowing you down? Find out exactly which tabs are causing the most issues and close them quickly and easily with the Hot Tabs Killer. Besides performance, Opera knows that gamers love to be connected. Thus, your favorite socials can be integrated into the sidebar, meaning no extra tabs or other apps need to be open for you to use Discord, Instagram, or even Twitch. The Game Store keeps you up to date with upcoming releases and recommends free and on-sale games. And finally, the customization features let you tailor the browser's accents and colors to your own personal preferences. This really is the whole package, guys, and it's completely free. The download link is in the description below, and if you're on mobile, you can still enjoy the same great browsing experience on your phone too with GX Mobile. Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Here at Calculated, we love our opponents. Whether they're giving us a generous pass, providing a much-needed course correction to our shot, or just a perfect positional bump to help us make the play. Yes, we appreciate all those special players that refuse to see color. So yes, shout out to all those helpful opponents out there, whether intentional or not. Honestly, we couldn't have done it without you.
Just did that accidentally.
Now, after praising opponents, I don't think we can leave out the guys that actually have the same color tag as us. Yes, sometimes a ball-chasing, double-committing, teammate-bumping member of your side somehow finds a way to make a positive impact on the game. And when he does, it's definitely calculated. The Calculated series isn't only about luck though. I also like to focus on the big-brained members of the Rocket League community. It's true that these clips might have an element of luck to them, but the 200 IQ section is more about players who are able to use their skills and decision-making to turn an unusual situation into an unlikely goal. Our final section is for clips that are hard to classify, but truly represent what the Calculated series is all about. Yes, Calculated is when your AFK teammate finds a way to score a goal. With a little opponent help, of course. Calculated is when Karma quickly punishes a Rule 1 violation. Calculated is when even huge lag spikes can't stop you from tying the game in the dying seconds. And Calculated is when your misses and failures somehow still work out in your favor.
Oh my god! You didn't mean to do that.
This is usually the part in the video where I name the Calculated Classic, or my favorite clip from the last few months. But today, instead, we're going to be going through all 10 of the previous Classic plays in a sort of best of Calculated celebration. Your job will be to pick your favorite and enter your vote in the Google form that's linked in the pinned comment and description, and the winner will be receiving a $100 prize. Alright, to start, we have to go all the way back to the first episode of Calculated, which released in September 2020, shortly before free to play. In this video of Lucky Rocket League plays, I chose this clip from Creep as my favorite. He told me he thought the opponent was about to try and demo him, and thus tried to dodge at the last second. This ended up deflecting the blue player into an own goal, and also triggered the forfeit. Calculated Volume 2 focused specifically on 200 IQ plays, and while I would not call double committing a big-brained move, Jerry did have to make use of some quick reactions in the classic clip for this episode. You see, he got a flip reset off his teammate Mushy, and he was able to quickly realize and use it in time to pull off the goal. Even though he only ended up with an assist, his big-brained awareness was key to this actually working out. Our third classic clip definitely has some skill involved, but in the end, even the players told me it was mostly calculated luck as they pulled off this double commit play. It starts out with them bouncing off of each other before they both somehow got a few more touches on the ball and it went into the net. Definitely a crazy play, and as you can see, it even made it into the thumbnail. Volume 4 highlighted the unlucky sides of Rocket League. Now in the comments I did get some flack from a few Hoops players saying my classic clip I picked was actually a common occurrence. And maybe it is, but as an average Rocket League player, I think this painful 0-second miss where the ball almost goes all the way around the hoop, well, that seemed pretty unlucky to me. Released in December 2020, Volume 5 is actually my most successful episode, with this collection of lucky goals getting 350,000 views. The winning clip is a triple commit gone right, as Noah's teammates pinch the ball back into him for the bar down banger. Episode 6 was once again a 200 IQ collection in which I ended up letting viewers decide between two different Calculated Classic finalists. Taking the win with a 65% majority was Mercury. After an opponent ends up getting pulled back towards his own end by his grapple, Mercury was able to perfectly time his own freeze and force the own goal. Next we have another Rumble clip that I ended up picking because it was such a strange sequence of events. Arcadia jumps off the opponent's back wall and engages his spikes, only to be teleported by one of the orange players in net. At the same time, Arcadia's teammate punches the ball with a haymaker. Still wearing his spikes, Arcadia catches his teammate's shot on the goal line. But fortunately, he figures out what has happened pretty quickly and backflips into the net to secure the goal. Volume 8 is another unlucky episode, with the winning clip this time being a demo spawn gone wrong. Rua ends up spawning back in to give the player that just demoed him the clip of his life. There's pretty much nothing he could have done in this one, as he ends up making the perfect assist on his opponent's tying goal. The Calculated Classic for Episode 9 takes place in a casual match where one of the players on orange is AFK. After getting bumped into the middle of the field, the AFK player is replaced by a bot just as the ball passes by, thus launching it into the net. But it doesn't end there. During the very next kickoff, the bot is replaced by a player who is also AFK. He then has the ball bounce off him, giving a second calculated goal to blue. And now finally, it's time for this video's Calculated Classic pick. Narino will be taking home the usual 2,000 credit prize, while also being in the running for the $100 Top Clip Award if he earns the most votes. Now there's a lot to unpack in this one, so let's look at it a little closer and a little slower. First, Narino gets bumped by an opponent, flies over a teammate who ends up getting demoed, and then pinches the ball off the blue player that is carrying it with spikes. As a result, he gets hit back into his own end, only to be immediately thrown in the air by his teammate. He has zero boost, but he's able to make use of his dodge before engaging his grappling hook. A blue player also uses a grappling hook, and the ball goes off Narino, off the blue, and then off the ceiling before finally bouncing off the opponent again for the goal. Probably one of the more crazy rumble plays I've ever seen in this series. Congratulations to Reno. Thank you for your submission. And now it's up to you guys. Of the top 10 calculated classic clips, which one is your favorite? Use the Google form linked below to cast your vote. As always, if you want to participate in the next calculated video, be sure to join my Discord and submit your best clips to the appropriate channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you do check out some of my other content and be sure to download the free Opera GX browser using the link in the description. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.